Good evening, everyone. It is May 20th, 2019, and I welcome you to the Finger Lakes Regional EMS Council meeting. Thank you all for coming. Could we have a roll call, please?
Yes, ma'am. Kevin Becker. Lori Crane. Stephen DeChick. Jackie DeShaw.
Here.
Everett Ferguson.
Here.
Diane Geary.
Here.
Jason Hay. Jeremy Harris. Tyler Harris.
Here.
Fiona.
Here.
Sandy Johnson.
Here.
Gloria Lance Taylor.
Here.
Joe Lynch is no longer with us. Bill Little.
Here.
Kate Lone. Brian Mace.
Here.
Olivia McKelvey. Nate Miller. Myself. Miles Person. Terry Phil.
Yes.
Patty Pearson Simon. Darren Smith.
Here.
Matt Sproul.
Here.
And Mr. Welch.
Here.
Thank you. Did you all get a chance to read the minutes from the past meeting? We have motions, please?
I'll move Ed Wedge, Yates County.
Second, Bill Little. Mike Dunn.
All in favor?
Aye.
As our secretary is not here, there is no report from her, so treasurer, moving right along to you, Matt.
Everybody received the report? We did. Any questions or any on our motion?
I would make a motion that the treasurer's report be accepted as presented.
Brian Mason, County, second.
Any other, all in favor? Yes, Mr.
I have a question on, income, other services rendered. What other services do we render for $15,000?
Other service revenues, not rendered, is that what you're talking about?
Revenues, yes.
Could be, coming in from CON, could be coming in from, CPR, anything like that.
15,000?
Well, you've got a CON cost in there that would have been in that time frame for, what was yours? How much did you get, 65, 85?
It's 8,500.
So, I mean,
We do a lot of CPR.
well, we're, yeah, I mean, it could be any number of things in there.
Thank you for your time.
Any other questions for the treasurer? All in favor of passing?
Aye.
To go back to secretary, Mike, you are past secretary, so you have to take a roll call for us. Could you tell us who needs to go?
Sure. We have one, that has missed tonight, would be the 5th meeting. That would be Caitlin Lone, who also resides outside of our county, so that would be an automatic dismissal of the council anyhow, because they can't live outside of our region, not the county, excuse me. I'm getting the eagle eye for Jackie. I knew I misspoke. And then I have 3 more with their absences this evening. We'll put them at 4 absences, and they will be receiving a letter as well. First one is Stephen DeChick. He has missed. Tonight will be his 4th meeting. Miles Persing. This evening will be his 4th meeting. And Jason Hay, this evening will also be his 4th meeting. So according to the bylaws, they will be receiving a letter from me or
Thank you for volunteering to be the secretary.
Other than that, I will take it upon myself to get a hold of a couple of people who are close but not yet there, just to remind them that what our schedule is and how many we're allowed to miss.
I'd also like to note that, especially with Jason Haig, he is our state rep. This would put him off the council and at large and executive, so if he reapplied, that would be a good thing, if he wished to do so. Any other questions for our new acting secretary? No other questions? Have a motion to accept this report.
I just have a question. But you were gonna call, I'm sorry, Gloria Lance Taylor right now. You said you were gonna call a couple of them and let them know that they're approaching, you know.
Well, we have a lot of them that have missed 2 meetings.
Right.
And I was just going to, because I am not the secretary,
Right.
now seeing who has missed 2 meetings, I will graciously call them and say, just so you know.
Well, I had a question about the process. Those that have reached 4, they're at their end. Did they receive a warning that they had missed X amount of meetings?
I have no idea because I'm not the secretary. I'm the vice chair that's just filling in because I was the past secretary.
When you were secretary, was that part of the process?
Yes, I called them when they got to 3 to remind them and said, so you're aware, if you miss another one.
Not that it matters, I just wasn't aware of what the proper
Right.
process was.
Yes, I don't think it's in the bylaws and I don't wanna change bylaws, but I think it should be.
It's only a courtesy, it's not a written bylaw.
Okay.
Right. So.
Any other questions for Ms. Moss? Motion to accept?
Tyler Harrison, I'm Jerry County, make motion to accept the secretary's report.
Tad Smith, Yates County, second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Bill, we're back to you, training done.
A written copy was sent out. Not sure if anyone has any questions with it.
Everett Ferguson, Terry County, I move we accept the training and ed report.
Do I have a second?
Tad Smith, Yates County, second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Yes, going right into executive, if you have read my report, I'd like to welcome John Van Auker as our new program agency director. We're very, very happy. He went to state council, he went to the EMS charts convention for us, and he has got a lot of great new ideas, and we welcome you, John, thank you.
Don't get your Bible members for it too.
Other than that, we're working on, several things at the office. Getting our classes up for the summer, they'll be starting 2 weeks. So, things are moving right along, very quickly and smoothly. That's my report. Yes, Terry?
You gonna bring up what's been going on with the program?
No.
No,
Okay.
thank you, Bill. Moving right along, do we have a, can you make a, anyone wanna?
Matt Sproul, Ontario County, motion to accept the executive report.
Thank you, do I have a second?
Brian Mason, Ontario County, second.
Thank you, Brian. All in favor? Public relations. Anything for public relations?
EMS week.
Yeah.
Is everybody happy?
Happy last week, hope you all had a great Sunday out in the communities. Thank you for what you do, it is greatly appreciated. There in our correspondence file, you'll see a nice letter from Jason Haig to the papers. It's a couple weeks old, but it really talks about our funding and how dire need we are. And so just to get out and show people what we do is a big thing for us. So thank you all that participated. Moving right along into REMAC, we had a report. Any questions on REMAC?
Sandy Johnson, Yates County, move we accept.
Do we have a second for that?
Little Wayne County second.
All in favor? State EMS Council, did anybody read Jason's 12-page report? I mean, he nailed it, that with everything that went on. As you can see, there's a lot of new exciting things, the ALS, BLS protocols were accepted and changed and accepted. The state age now is 17. When they test, they have to be 17, so technically you can start when you're 16. A lot of great changes are coming. It's a very exciting time for us. So, can we have a motion? Yes.
Under legislative committee, it says, selling patient health information by EMS personnel without the patient's permission to do so. Motion carried. Are we really?
No. That was taken out of context.
Okay.
Yeah, that,
Thank you.
yeah, no, no, that was taken out of context. I saw that also, and I thought, ooh, that's not how that went. So, no, we're not selling.
Thank you very much.
Any other questions?
As a note, the new protocols are on the state website. If you're interested.
So can I get a motion to accept this report?
Mike Moss, so move, Ontario County.
Little Wayne County second.
All in favor? Legislative review.
Only thing the legislative review committee has are the 3 bills that are in the state report. Please familiar yourself with them and express your opinions to your representatives.
Any other questions for Ira? Motion?
That's for Ontario County motion to accept this report.
Edwidge, Yates County second.
All in favor?
Aye.
John, program agency coordinators. Now just flip it over and show your own self.
So we've been busy trying to learn the ropes. We've attended the state meetings. We've started making a bunch of contacts and trying to facilitate things. I've tried to pick up the pieces as best I've been able to, and with what I've been given so far. So we have the medical director credentialing system that's almost ready to go. We're just waiting on the Ben Sensabaugh from Melrems to give us access to their system, and then we'll start credentialing the doctors. Aside from that, we've started preliminary work on the conference for February of 20 already, and trying to go through the program and REMSCO budgeting processes with the state right now.
Thank you, John. Can I have a motion to accept his report?
Sandy Johnson, Yates County, so moved.
Everett Ferguson, Ontario County, second.
All in favor? Donna's report was in your packet. Hope you had a chance to read it ahead of time. She's a busy girl.
I have a couple other things to add to it. So just to let everyone know, this is coming from program agency. We are initiating actually we did it for EMS week on Tuesday, tomorrow, May 21st, from 3 to 5, and a session from 7 to 9. We'll pick one or the other. We are doing a staff of lead, train the trainer. Currently, right now, we have approximately 18 for each session coming. So if anybody else is looking at it on tonight, can sign up for it. But that, we put out EMS week. We were asked by executive and training and ed, had a meeting, or several meetings, we discussed this concerning the 17-year-olds being able to start an EMT class or complete an EMT class on their 17th birthday. And some of the questions that came up with is, you know, can a 17-year-old legally do a sign off, when they can't sign off legally themselves? What things are out there that the agencies have to be apprised of as far as driving? What's your insurance agency say? Are there labor laws that they have to coincide with? Again, do we as a core sponsor need to relook at our student, manual as far as what we can and cannot do as far as ride time? Obviously, if they're underage, we probably don't wanna take them across state line. Are there numerous other questions? So I was directed to contact Brad Pinsky to see if he could come down and just do a CME with folks. And this is a flyer, it goes out tomorrow morning. He is coming on here on Tuesday evening, June 25th at 6:30. He asked me to compile some questions and send to him so that at least he's coming in with something to start with. Anybody else that comes in can ask their own questions, whatever the questions they may be. But he will try to answer them as best he can to give some legal counsel. I did send this to Ross to let him know, and he did text me back, or email me back and tell me that Brad is also currently working with, the new deputy director for the Department of EMS underneath, Mr. Greenberg. So they are corresponding. So that flyer is going out tomorrow.
What was that date again?
June 25th,
20th.
6:30.
And it's here.
Here. So, just for here, preceptor workshop, we've been asked to do several more, so that flyer's going out. We did do the Stop the Bleed flyer. Mercy Flight has their EMS Education Day on May 31st coming out. I do know that they posted on the website that that class is filled. But if you really are dying to go to it, if you contact them, they'll put you on a waiting list if anybody cancels. They're also doing a pre-hospital management of seizures on June 19th at their Brickyard Road campus, and also Thompson Hospital in conjunction with the U of R is doing something on Thursday, May 23rd. They will have the mobile stroke unit there for touring. We had it here the first Wednesday in May for the ALS committee meeting. They also are doing something on acute ischemic stroke, and then at 7 to 8 p.m. they're doing hazmat technical decaf. If you need to sign up, just let me know.
Anything else for Donna? Can I get a motion to accept this report?
Brian May, Ontario County, make a motion we accept it.
Do we have a second?
Little Wayne County second.
All in favor? Mr. Wedge, nominating committee.
We actually have a person to discuss tonight. Dennis, or Brian?
Okay.
Okay. Who lives in Ontario County, works for Finger Lakes Ambulance. And Terry has spoken with him, and Diane has spoken with him, so he understands what needs to be done. So we'll place this on the table as a seconded motion.
Does this have to be a roll call vote?
No.
All in favor of accepting Brian Mace as a member of the?
No.
Brian, okay.
Brian,
Okay.
sorry.
Thanks.
Brian, okay.
Okay.
And, yes, sir.
Nothing. I'm in favor.
Oh, all in favor, please raise your hand.
Okay.
That was unanimous, thank you very much. Anything else, Mr. Wood?
Yes, I have one individual who currently is representing Seneca County. He lives in Ontario County and would like to be moved over as a member representing that one, and we are supporting his wishes. We will move him to Ontario County. That's Jeremy here.
Does he understand he's not representing Ontario County, he represents the region, regardless of where he is?
Probably not, but he asked. We're trying to keep our people happy.
I'm just saying. Cause we get that more often than not.
So that is all that I have, ladies and gents.
Anything else for Mr. Wedge? motion to accept his report.
Ted Smith, Yates County, move report be accepted as read.
We have a second.
Second, Mike Moss, Ontario County.
All in favor?
Aye.
Unfinished business. I don't really see anything. Moving right along to new business now, do we have any new business?
Yes. We have to have an approval this evening for, it is time to renew our specialty course sponsorship, with the state of New York. It will run for 2 years. This is for the time period of July 1 of 19 to June 30th of 2021. And it's to run the CLI and the CSC courses. And instructor update.
We need to resolution.
Yes.
So we
Because
want-
even though you are a sponsor, you still have to approve it as a council.
Someone wanna make a motion to accept this?
Bill Little, Wayne County, move that we accept and approve the specialty course sponsorship and move it forward.
Ted Smith, Yates County, second for discussion.
We have any discussion on this?
No, just if anybody wants discussion.
Clarification, this is, how does this affect our sponsorship?
You have to renew it every 2 years. It's up for renewal the end of June of this year. So we have to reapply to the state to renew it. It's a separate sponsorship from the regular classes.
Specialty
It's a
classes.
specialty course sponsorship to be able to do CLI, CIC, and instructor update. Well, it's not an add-on, it's a separate
It's a
sponsorship.
separate.
All in favor of accepting this?
Aye.
All opposed? That is carried, thank you very much. Anything else for new business?
I sent around in the correspondence, some of you probably didn't know her or whatever, that we had one of our, past instructors who had been for many years for us. Carol Favreau passed away, this month, or earlier this month, and, her services were in Bloomfield on, in April, end of April, so. Joanna and I went to the service.
Good, thank you. The only thing I have is the bad boy list. Please be advised, an investigation conducted by the Department of Health. The following individuals' New York State certification has been revoked effective 4/2/2019. In violation of 10 NRCRR Part 800-16A4, his name is Jose Riviera. He lives in Bronx, New York. A birth date of 3/1990, his EMT number is 394-927. That's for your information only. Motion to adjourn. Yes, sir.
From the bylaws, after the nominating committee report, you now have 8 vacancies. That takes you below your minimum. Your minimum is 15.
So you gotta go beat the doors. You
Well,
gotta find them.
you can't get out of business if you don't.
Does anybody know where everybody is tonight?
Jason is lecturing in the class. I can tell you that.
Oh, he's-
Oh, Disney. He was away
Yeah,
class in
he's-
Disney.
Is in Disney.
No vacation.
Or some of the ones that were read from the list, can be asked if they wanna reapply.
Well, I'm sure Jason will reapply for July, which means July meeting cannot be not held. There's gotta be a quorum to voting back in as the member, because he has been vetted at the state for the state rep. To go through and lose that position, you could be years without a representative on that state council.
Who knows?
Because I know the North Country has been 7 years without a rep being vetted, so we need to make sure that we.
He just got vetted, didn't he?
Yes, in January.
Already ready.
So I guess maybe we should ask the rest of them, give them the same offer, would you like to reapply?
Well, we do when we send the letter. We do anyways when the letter
Yeah,
goes.
it's standard part of the letter.
Okay.
It
You wanna
says you're able
reapply.
to come back and apply and be accepted back in.
Anybody can reapply.
Right.
It's council's job to understand if
it's worth keeping them. For individuals that do extra things like state council and things, it's an easy choice, you know, for individuals who we just haven't seen here over and over again. Something the council should think about when they do ask. You know? Right, the only one that we can't make the offer to is the one that doesn't live in the region.
Correct.
Unless they choose to move back in the region.
That's good.
Not sure what's the next one. Yeah, Jericho, Denby, Seneca County. So if they reapply, they just come to one meeting and then miss another 4 and then reapply again.
Correct.
That's already happened to one of them.
Goodness.
Yes.
That's not right,
Ad
though.
nauseam.
That's already happened to one of them.
But there has to be something that
But-
was wrong.
Well, it's up to the council, is
You don't
a
have to
seated group to decipher if we want them to come back.
Yes,
He's working for them.
others didn't change.
So please bring people, drag people in, bring the nominations forms in.
Please.
So anything else for the committee?
Nothing appearing, I make a motion, meeting be adjourned. Yates County, Tab Smith.
May I have a second?
Second, Everett, Ferguson, Ontario County.
All in favor?
Good.